Why learning league? Fun.
The kids needed something to help them realize that we understand what the stress is that they're going through.
The movie helped them to find, well, I tell them, their happy place, it helped them.
That they would see us in a different light, that we were fun.
We were putting too much pressure on everybody in terms of this TCAP.
TCAP's probably the biggest thing that we do all year long. Everything we're working towards, is built on them getting a great foundation of education, but then we get tested on TCAP. It is what it is. But, we want the kids to be excited, see that their teachers, they really are superheroes every day. No, we don't dress like that every day, but they're really something special, those teachers involved in this process. And they put a lot of time and effort into it, so I hope the kids saw that, hey, my teacher cares. My teacher wants me to do well. My teacher wants me to succeed. And outside the lame principal character, it turned out pretty good.
When we first had this idea to do this video, it was between sports or superheroes. And I voted heavily for superheroes because I wasn't going to put any of these people in sports attire and make that be like a plausible thing. So I said, well, we'll do superheroes because that's the world that I live in. I love superheroes and movies in general. And as a whole, superhero movies are much easier to parody or mock or take influences from.
I think once the drawings were made by Justin, and he looked at us as people and put us in caricatures, that's when it came alive, because you could see on paper the possibilities of what we could be for our kids. It was really cool.
We really hoped that they would become more confident and more relaxed about the TCAP test. Realize that it was important, but not really stress about it and take it so seriously that they were going to come to school crying about it.
And to help them understand that we don't want them to stress, if that makes sense. But we want them to know that we think they have all the tools they need to do well and to be successful.
This idea that I really wanted these kids to walk in to school every morning of the TCAP and just relax and get rid of all that stress and that anxiety that they were so obviously carrying in with them, because everybody was carrying it. And when you're in that kind of environment, and it's not here, I mean, it's everywhere. It's at every school that has to deal with this kind of thing. And it's silly, but it's also part of our culture now that we just have to test.
At the point when we started making it, you could see stress and the way they carried themselves, like they were frustrated they had to do it. And I was hoping that it would help relieve some stress, seeing us act out in this crazy way and do it together like we wanted them to be together, like a family would do that. Like you help each other and you push through even though it was hard. There were times, long hours, unstopping giggling, we couldn't quit giggling. And we made it work. And that's what you hope for your kids to do. And I could see that happening, like them being able to push through their feelings at that moment when we started filming, because I knew they were going to crack up and love it. Every bit of it was going to be great.
Well, I think that it made us bond together because we were staying after school, we were doing some of these things on the weekends, and I just think that we laughed more than we had to keep doing cuts over and over and over again. So it was just fun to watch me mess up, basically.
Anything that we do as a staff, people talk about team building, but understanding that there's something bigger than all of us as individuals. When we all come together, realizing you start seeing those videos, you take yourself out of the equation and look, gosh, we do great things. And I don't think they realize how great they really are sometimes. And yes, again, time investment was kind of tough, to be honest. There's a lot of time after school for them. But I think they saw the end product and was like, that's good stuff.
I think it gave us a sense of cohesiveness, a team, because we got to relieve some stress as well, because being in these characters and thinking about TCAP in a fun way was good for us. Getting to be together and just vent about TCAP and all of the stress it's creating in our lives. That was good. But just realizing how the kids were going to feel about it was exciting for us, because I think that was the best part, thinking, what are the kids going to think when they see us doing this, or when they see us as these characters? That anticipation for us, I think, was kind of a counterbalance to the stress that TCAP is. So,
Well, I wanted the students to see that teachers can have fun, and it was fun to do. We laughed and joked, and I wanted the kids to see a different side of us.
Seeing people laugh at each other and laugh at themselves and do things that were way outside the box that's not normal, like we ask our kids to do on a daily basis. It's good.
because I hope that they saw us having fun with the TCAP, and then I hope that they picked up on the strategies that we included in the Learning League, which was a big part of what we were trying to do, is tie in those, did you read the directions? Did you make sure you bubbled things? Did you check your page numbers? Did you, all of those things that we were trying to tie into those episodes. It was another way for them to hear it, and maybe it would stick with them when they were actually taking the TCAP.
Confidence in themselves in the test, that they're ready for it, they can beat it, you know.
When they saw me having fun, the hope would be that they would be relaxed and not too stressed, because even 8-year-olds can get stressed and nervous and freeze. And the idea was, oh, Miss Jones is having fun and the other third grade teachers are having fun. I'm going to be relaxed. Take it all in stride. Another day.
Because it seemed to make the kids happy. And it seemed to be exactly what we wanted, that product that reduced some stress. It made them have something to look forward to every day. It made them have a different appreciation for us, I think, because we were doing something that was outside of the norm, outside of what they had seen us do. So I think that part, but as I watched the episodes, because I hadn't seen them either put together until the kids saw them. So I caught myself watching the episodes, but also watching their reactions. And the biggest thing was when they would say to be continued. Oh my gosh. And they were like, no. So that was really cool for me, because then I knew that they were engaged and I knew that they were having the fun with it we wanted them to have. So that felt successful, but I can't lie and say that I wasn't also nervous that they wouldn't think that I was not pulling off the character as well as I needed to.
It's just so funny what this does to the kids who don't take the TCAP, that watched it and got involved, but part of our McFadden family. They all are so enamored with us. And I didn't realize that until we had the CRA and we all dressed up.
I knew that the central concept of the Learning League was going to be the Avengers, because that was the big movie that had come out recently.
I mean, it's just a whole different kind of fantasy, yet it's cool for them to see you do something that powerful for the whole school.
I think it made us lighten up about TCAP. We weren't so stressed about it, because it was fun to make these all, every day. And it gave us something to look forward to, because we didn't see it before it was actually aired. So it gave us something to look forward to each morning to see the new episode.
I just wish I could have been in the rooms and saw the kids' reaction. The funnest day of watching was the last one, because I was in the gym when the kids were watching it, and just their expression and how it's, when it was over, how they were cheering for the teachers because they thought it was great. That was the best part.
Because it's us, and it was good, and you could see how they were relaxing before they started the test. They just got all involved in it and forgot the TCAP.
I don't know. I think I loved watching everyone step into their characters. It made me feel better about stepping into mine, because everybody kind of gave to it 100%, which I think says a lot about our school and our teams.
It was just fun to see it. That's the kind of stuff we need to do. We need to enjoy learning, and embrace it for what it is, and not be all school. I'm so tired of TV shows, the radio, everybody bashing school. School's not a bad place. School's an awesome place if we'll all work together and do it right.